So I have something in my mind I want to share with you guys, okay? This is something that I've been thinking about lately. In fact, I've been thinking about this since January 7th. And I'm going to go back to that date in a minute, okay? What you see behind me is my baseball card collection, okay? This is something that I've been working on since 2008. A collection like this does not happen overnight, guys, okay? Nobody has unlimited monies, okay? This took a very long time to do. In fact, I have about 76, just under 80 baseball card binders, okay? And lately I've been looking for another bulk buy of 12 binders so I can add into here so I can expand, my team binders just a little bit, okay? I haven't found one yet, guys, just FYI. But I've been looking lately because I have some space right here and some space right here where I can add some more binders and some more cards to my collection, okay? Now, something that I've been thinking about a lot, okay? Again, I want your guys' opinions and your thoughts on what I'm about to say, okay? What I'm about to say. Because on January 7th, a lot of you guys may know that LA was under fire. Yeah. It's a sad situation, guys. I have a lot of friends and family who lost their homes. Now homeless. Crazy, guys. Crazy. And during these fires, we get the high winds, from up north. They call it the Santa Ana winds. They go up to 100 miles per hour, All it takes is just the perfect fire and the perfect wind, and look what happened, guys. 5 different fires. Now that's nuts. The Palisades, crazy, man. That thing's like wiped out. Over there, the Eaton fire, which is Altadena, completely wiped out. In fact, if you guys ever been to the Front Road Car Show right there in Pasadena, it's just north of that, just a couple miles. Yeah, crazy, guys. And a lot of damage. Again, there's 5 fires going on. I don't even think they're contained yet. I think they're like 30-40% contained. But they're still going on. Yeah, they're still out there, guys. And guess what? At the time of this recording, there's high winds outside again. Crazy. So, after seeing all those fires, and by the way, I want to give you guys a shout out for all you guys who reached out. Luckily, I'm nowhere near that, okay? I'm 20 miles from the closest fire, which is the one up in Pasadena, the Eaton fires. 20 miles, so I'm pretty far away for the most part. However, that can definitely happen to me. I'm surrounded by mountains, guys, and that's exactly what it was. High winds and mountains. That's all it was. I'm surrounded by a lot of hills, so that can easily happen to me, okay? Now, one thing that I kind of want to explain to you guys is, after seeing a lot of raw footage on TV, and those people on the bikes, just filming, not the news crews, guys, not those guys, not the mainstream. It was as bad as that, guys. Definitely, it wasn't as bad as that. It was like a scene from like hell and stuff. Like, so they say, like one of those scenes. It was freaking crazy, guys. It was freaking crazy. Well, anyways, going off topic over here. Seeing these guys, these independent journalists, just going around, taking film. I could only imagine how many people lost all their collectibles and their hobbies. Yeah. It made me think, and I was telling my wife that night, on Monday night, because my cousin called me, like, they were evacuating. I told them, like, take all your stuff, all your valuables, anything that's important, guys. And yeah, they had to evacuate. I had another cousin who lost her home. I had some friends who lost their homes. It's really crazy, guys. Anyways, I was telling my wife, what if that would have happened to us? How do I, my baseball cards, guys, like, I can't take it all with me, guys. I have a lot of hobbies, My record player, that thing is heavy. Over there in that wall, I have hundreds and thousands of records, guys. Hundreds and thousands, okay? I got frames up full of baseball cards. I got video games. I got model trains. Guys, I just bought a vintage car, a 1930s vintage car. I'm going to share that with you guys on another video sometime next week. But it made me realize that maybe I have a lot of a lot, and maybe I got to take it down a notch and have a little less of a less, so that if I'm ever put into that situation, that it's easy for me to grab what I need and what I want, and you know what I'm saying? Now, what would you guys do? Okay, now I know something like this is, the chances of something like this happening is like 1 in a million, but the possibility that I actually know people family and friends that lost their home, it could happen anytime, anywhere. Yeah, definitely, guys. Imagine all those pets that couldn't be saved because a lot of these fires happen at night, guys. A lot of these fires happen while people were still at work, so they couldn't get into their house. Wow, sad situation. Yeah, definitely sad situation. But I saw vintage cars burnt to the ground. Just the frame, guys. Completely burnt. There was a guy who had like 10 cars. He was a collector of old vintage cars. All of them gone, guys. All of them gone. Mr. Henry S., if you're watching this, Wild Records. Yeah, it burned to the ground, guys. Wild Records, if you guys are familiar with that record label. Burned to the ground, yeah. That studio was based on someone's house that was converted into a studio. Yeah, gone. So it's really crazy, guys. So my question is, what would you guys do? Do you guys have a lot of stuff? Are you guys would you guys reconsider kind of like toning it down and just buying what you guys want, what you guys need? In case you guys are ever put into that situation, you guys can just load up what you guys need and want and, you know, just take it with you. Because I have a lot, and these fires, because it's hitting personally from home, not me exactly, but because I know people, you know, it really hits home, guys. And it just makes me realize that, you know, maybe I shouldn't be hoarding all this stuff. Maybe I shouldn't collecting all different ways and buying all sorts of different things. Guys, I got baseball cards up there as well. Look at that. Bam. Like, how do you take it all? You can't. It's impossible. Okay? Now, I just bought a car. What am I going to do? It's just me and my wife. Now we have 3 cars. Okay? My car, my work car, and her car. How do you take all 3 cars? It's impossible, guys. You know what I'm saying? So this is just making me realize that, you know, I maybe I just have way too much stuff. Maybe I just got to tone it down. I want to know your guys' opinion. I'm not going to go out and start selling stuff, guys. Just FYI, you know. But maybe eventually, moving forward, I'll just start trimming, you know, a little bit of things, you know, here and there, and just kind of collect pretty much what I like to collect. Because there's no way in hell that I'll be able to take this stuff and my records and my baseball cards and my video games and my trains. There's no way in hell I'll be able to do that if I'm ever put into that situation, and I hope that I'm never put into that situation because it's really sad, guys. Even the Palisades where all the movie stars live, you know, yes, they're better off because they're wealthy. However, you know, they work so hard to get where they're at and to live where they're at, and it's all gone, guys. It's all gone. But more so the people out there in Altadena, because those were the blue-collar people, and yeah, not, you know, they're not millionaires, let's just say that. Most of them weren't. And yeah, they lost everything, guys. It's really crazy. But for the most part, it's slowly getting better over here. I'm fine. I want to appreciate all you guys who reached out on me and text me and sent me messages. Yeah, it doesn't affect me. I'm pretty far from that. But you know what? I am surrounded by a lot of mountains, guys. A lot of hills, you know. That's what it is. So, and it can definitely happen to me at any given time. And right now, at the time of this recording, the winds are pretty wild again, guys. It's crazy. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Would you guys trim it down a little bit? Would you guys consider trimming it down a little bit if you guys were put in my situation? I know out of state, you guys have like hurricanes and tornadoes and, you know, other stuff. We have earthquakes, but the chances of an earthquake here, slim to none. You know, it only happens a couple times a year, but it's just a little shake, rattle, and roll. Nothing too crazy. But a massive earthquake happens maybe like every 15, 20 years. Let's just say a massive one, you know, either LA County or up north. But, you know, again, for the most part, that's pretty much slim to none. It's not like the hurricanes you guys get like every winter time, or, you know, the tornadoes that happen when the weather's changing. For the most part, it's pretty mild over here in California. It's pretty dry. Most people don't think, but, you know, it never really rains, guys, over here. It hardly rains. But another thing I want to mention, LA is so big. Most people don't realize how big LA is, man. But it's actually a very small fraction of LA that burned up. A very small fraction. Yeah, that's how big LA is. Yeah. The news and all that media kind of makes it sound bigger than what it is. A little bit, you know. But 5 fires at one time makes you kind of wonder and question, you know, how does 5 fires happen at one time? I'm just saying. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts. What would you guys do if you guys were put in that situation or my situation? I would love to hear what you guys think. Other than that, we're good. And I'm gonna re-upload a New Year's video that I actually did just shortly after New Year's, but because of January 7th, I decided to take it down. So I'm gonna re-upload it sometime next week. So it's gonna kind of not make sense because of this video, and I'm uploading it so late. However, I got that video. I just bought a car, so I'm gonna show you guys my experience buying that car. Man, she's a beauty, guys. She's a beauty. I told you guys one of my goals was to buy a vintage car, and wait until you find out how much I paid for it. Wow. Yeah. Crazy. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm safe, and I hope you guys are too. And let's collect some baseball cards, guys. Toodles.